Oh, never mind.
Okay. I'm recording, so we'll see if Eric and Katie show up. Otherwise, we'll just get started here. We'll wait for a minute. You guys look through your package yet?
Oh, I have a package back here.
Did you get that message I sent this morning?
Oh, what'd you send? Oh yeah, I got it.
From on the phone, yeah.
Yeah.
You got your phone back, Andre? Does your mom know that you have your phone back?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes people can have their phone back and the parents don't realize that they have it back. I don't think that would happen in your family without death occurring, so, or near death at least. At least a lot of yelling. So in there are you missing assignments if you have any? And you're also in there is your most current progress report. That includes, there are a couple things missing on the original one that Pastor Fricks gave you out. So I made a new one that has penmanship and reading and art on it. Well, we're gonna get started. I don't know where these guys are. Let's start with language. Oh, yes. Gave you a freebie, I remember. All right, so starting at the bottom of 216, right? Oh, no, we covered that. Never mind, we did that.
Starting on 217 on 11.
Yeah, number 11. Okay, so 1 point for each one. Let's count them up. All right, number 1, you should have crossed out come. 2, I'm sorry, number 11, cross out come. Number 12.
Holmes, I didn't know we were doing language. I opened my math book.
Oh yeah, I said language. It's okay. Go ahead, get it out.
Oh, we're not gonna do the math lesson for today?
That's right. Now guess who just showed up? It must have been timing, perfect timing there.
How many?
Okay, guys, that just showed up. Get out. Let's see if you're there. Wait a minute. Eric's connecting still. All right, so go ahead and get your language out, Katie and Eric. We're checking page 217. So you guys do have it done, correct? Katie, can we see your camera, please? I know it's a meme. Now I remember. I always ask you that, and then I forget what it is. All right, page 217 at the top. So that's where we're starting with the grading. So 1 point for each one of these. Number 11, you should have crossed through come. Number 12, were. Number 13, are. Number 14, is. Number 15, were. Any questions on any of those? All right, let's go to the next section, using nouns. Number 1, governor is a predicate nominative. Number 2, each of these have 1 point per sentence. So if they have 2 things in it, that means half a point per thing. Number 2, Daniel is a direct address. Watch is a direct object. Number 3, Joe is an indirect object. Number 4, mother is indirect. Orchid is a direct object. Number 5, Europe is direct object. Number 6, missionary indirect. Dollars direct object. Number 7, Ron is a direct address. Number 8, son is PN. Number 9, Alexander is PN. Number 10, Postmaster General, the whole thing is a PN. And then number 11, ruler is a PN. All right, any questions on those? All right. The bottom ones did not count for points, right? And then we have the quiz, the next page. And then the diagrams. Let's go to the diagrams first. That way we can add up the points first. Go back and do the quiz. All right, so the one I gave you was number 5. So hopefully everybody has that one. I hope you do. I would assume everybody does.
Mr. Jones, can I go get it?
Yeah, go ahead. Andre, you guys do anything special over the weekend?
No, not really.
Do you have air conditioning in your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty warm. Here at the school, you know the monitor I have on my desk for the weather? It said it hit 93 degrees yesterday.
Oh, for us it hit 103.
100? What kind do you have?
A what?
Do you have the one similar to what I have?
Yeah, similar to that. I even have a video of me showing you.
Oh, I believe you. No.
It was so weird and hot.
How about you, Juliana? Did you guys do anything special besides run away from your cousins and try to get some peace and quiet?
Yeah, yesterday we went to our grandma's house.
To who?
Our grandma's house for Mother's Day.
Oh, for Mother's Day? That was nice. So while we're waiting, why don't you guys show me the quiz that you did on 218, please?
What?
Just show it to me up close to your camera. 216?
Oh,
218, sorry, 218. Yep.
oh.
All right, Brianna.
Oh, I messed up.
You messed up? What do you mean you messed up?
I didn't do it.
Yeah,
Can I do it and send a picture afterward?
you're going to have to, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have you tune out when we give the answers, too. In fact, let's just do that. Let's just have you guys send pictures, and I'll just grade on my own and make it easier. That way I can mark up the things that you guys missed and make it easier that way.
What do we have for something? When are we gonna do the language test?
It'll be tomorrow.
Mr. Jones?
Yeah.
Can I send you a picture of my quiz?
Did you or can you?
Can I?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you said.
Oh, I got distracted. There was a fly just banging its head on my windowsill.
He's trying to get out, man. They only have about 24 hours to live, so you want to get out there as quick as possible. Yeah, send me pictures, and then I can just print them out, and I'll send them to you.
Oh, Mr. Jones,
Yeah.
did you hear that the killer hornets from China flew all the way to America?
I'm sorry, the what?
The killer hornets are in America now from
Killer
China.
hornets? I hadn't even heard of them. What are they?
Oh, they're these hornets that their stinger is this big.
Really? Where are they from?
Yeah, and they're from China, Asia, in that area, like somewhere in those areas.
Yeah, why
They-
wouldn't China? Why wouldn't China bring them, right?
I don't know, bro. They're just giving us too many gifts.
Katie, what I'm just gonna have everybody do is send me a picture of the quiz part on that. I already got Brianna's. So did you just got your diagrams, right? All right. So I'm gonna show you. Well, I'll show you on camera. Which ones did we do together? I don't remember.
2 and 4 and
But did
5.
I also do 5? Yeah. Okay. So so I'll just do 1 and 2 then. Let me get back on here. So I'll show you what 1 and 2 are like. Here's 1. If you can't tell what a word is, just let me know and I'll tell you what it is.
Am I allowed to look or no?
Yeah, we're not doing the quiz. Remember I said we'll just have everybody send a picture. Since you didn't have yours, we'll just do it that way. All right, is that clear enough for everybody? Anybody miss any parts you need to know how much off it is? You got the three free ones already. Everybody's good? Okay.
Can I just write it in?
No, do the work. You're supposed to do the work. This is for
Okay.
points. Andre, this is for
Oh,
points.
points.
This isn't a
Oh, I
quiz.
didn't-
You mean you didn't do any of the assignment?
From the diagramming?
No, I meant from any of the, you did the other stuff. You just
I
did.
did 216, 217.
Gotcha.
I just didn't do 218. I don't know why. I just
Well,
didn't know.
216 we did together.
Yeah, but 217 I did.
Yeah, you'll just have to count these as wrong then. What
Yeah.
about number 5? Because we did that one together. Yeah, that right.
On 217 or that one.
Yeah, we did number 5 together, and I told you guys that was for points, but I will go ahead and give you one of them. Remember? Oh, wait a minute. You left early. I think you got knocked off for some reason.
Yeah, I got disconnected from my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and you never went back and watched the video, huh?
Yeah, I forgot about the video.
Oh well, I guess you'll count points off then. All right, so here we go on the next one. All right, and this is number 3. This one is a direct object. This is the word interesting here. Can't read it. And then my favorite subject is what the sentence is about. So that word's supposed to be forecasting. I can't write the whole thing in there, and that's supposed to be weather there. All right? So we all good? All right. So that part's 9 points. The other part, so 5 points altogether for that. For those of you that came late, Eric and Katie, I was letting everybody know, make sure you check your envelopes because there is a second progress report in there. That one's the one that you should get signed because that actually has all the classes. The first one didn't have all the classes on it. And the second one does. And then also you have missing assignment sheets in there. So it'd be helpful for you to know which ones you need to make up. All right, so let's get points in. Eric, you have to turn your microphone on. Tell me minus how many. Is that you, Andre?
Mr. Jones, can you repeat from 1 to 10?
1 to 10 on what?
Subject and verbs agreement.
No, we did that together, remember?
Oh, okay. Then for using
Just 11,
nouns,
yeah, just 11 through 15, and then using nouns and using pronouns. No, not using pronouns. We did that together.
using nouns -3 and -1 on diagrams.
Okay, so when you say -1 on diagrams, what do you mean?
I got number 3 wrong.
Completely, or how much did you get right? Because it's worth 3 points altogether. That's why I'm asking.
I didn't put the about weather forecasting in.
Just that part altogether?
Yeah, I didn't put that in. But
You're right. That would be -1 then. Okay. All right, Juliana, how about you?
Can I show you the diagrams?
So I can check them? Sure, go ahead. All right. Hold on a second. Let me get you back here. Hold it a little bit closer, Juliana. Okay, so you missed school. Oh, you got school over there. Okay, and you put A good. And leader, you missed it. Okay, wow. You missed the word is altogether. Oh no, there it is. Okay. All right, so that's going to be -2 there on that part. And then go ahead and move it up so I can see the other one. A little higher, 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 up, up, up. Okay. Up, higher. There you go. There you go. Now a little closer. All right, that one looks good. Okay.
Mr. Jones?
Wait a minute, let me double check something. Oh yeah, that's gonna be -1 on that one. So how many total?
Mr. Jones?
Hold on a second, please. Go ahead, Juliana.
For using nouns, I missed 2.5.
No, just all together, everything.
Oh. So for the diagrams, one was -3 and the other one was -1?
Yeah.
Okay. Five and a half.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Andre, what's your question?
Did you see my math test that I sent you this morning?
I did. I haven't graded it yet, though.
You know why I sent it so late?
Because you forgot to send it?
No, because when I took a picture of it, I didn't send it. I don't know why. It just
Oh, I
popped
think
up.
took a picture and forgot to send it to me. Yeah,
It was in my gallery the whole time.
that happens. Happens to me sometimes, too. All right, so Andre, what did you get?
So what was for quiz 1 to 18? All of it?
We're not, the quiz you're sending me a picture of when you get it.
Oh.
But what I'm talking about for the diagramming and for the other page, 217.
Oh, I did 217 and the rest of the number 15 on 218.
Yeah, 11 through 15 on 217, and then
I
use
just-
nouns on 217.
I just did diagramming. That's it.
Yeah, you told me. You said you did or did not do diagramming.
I did not do diagramming. I did the rest.
Right, so you're gonna lose the points for not doing the diagramming. So what did you miss?
-5 for that.
How much?
So is that -5 for that?
That's -9 for the diagrams.
Okay, so I missed 10.
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
and then Katie.
That is 0.
All right, and then Brianna.
-5.
Thank you very much. All right, so let's look at this last page, 219. Don't forget to send me a picture of the quiz, please. 219, reviewing adjectives, preparing for adverbs. We haven't even gotten to the fun part yet, adverbs. Adjectives, at least, you know, can only modify nouns or pronouns. Adverbs, when we get there, are going to be able to modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Okay, but they cannot modify nouns or pronouns, so that at least that confusion isn't there. All right, so let's look at the top there. It says spotting complements. Underline the complements in the following sentences. We're going to do the first 5 together, and then I'm going to give each of you 1 to do. Okay? So on number 1, it says underline the complements. Now, you can again, look, when you guys take your test tomorrow, I would suggest taking that page, whatever that page was, 98. Page was at 202. Take that page 202, copy it down. You can use that as a note. All right. So, or if you want to make a copy of that page, if you have the ability to do that, or if you want to take a picture of your phone, just take a picture of it and then use it during the test. Okay. So that you can have that there to know what you're doing. So anyway, the first thing we find out is the subject and the verb. What are the subject and verbs of this? For number 1. What's that?
Team celebrated.
Yes, team celebrated, not soccer team, because soccer is an adjective describing team. So team celebrated. All right, what kind of verb is it? Juliana and Eric, would you mind turning your mics on? That way I don't have to wait for you guys. So Juliana, what do you think? Is that a thinking or an action verb? celebrated. And Andre, can you turn your camera on?
Yeah, sure. I'll just do my pencil fixed.
Yeah, I know it's timing out. So you are a noisy kid, man. Let me tell you.
Me?
Yeah.
It's just my chair.
Every time you squeak in that chair, sounds like an elephant that has gas. Hey, Juliana? So what kind of verb is it?
Oh, an action.
It is an action verb, which means we could have what two possibilities could we have with an action verb, Eric?
Direct object and indirect object.
All right, so you have to have a direct object before you can have an indirect object. So what is receiving the idea of the celebration? Brianna, what do you think?
Victory.
Yeah, victory. And so that's receiving it, so that's your direct object. So underline victory and put DO over top of it. All right. Number 2. So what is the verb here, Katie?
Is.
Okay, and then Andre, who or what is?
Father. No. Man.
Man is, okay? And then the idea is, all right, so what kind of verb is on that one? Anybody?
Action.
So how do you is something?
Oh, never mind.
A linking verb.
It's a linking verb, yes. All right, so, or at least it can be. It can be a linking verb or it can be a stated being verb, but in this case, it is a linking verb. All right, so that means something is either a predicate nominative, which means it renames the subject, or something's a predicate adjective, which means it describes the subject. So, is there a word there that renames the subject? Or describes the subject?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
What's that?
It is. There is one.
What is it?
Friend.
Yeah, friend. And so friend is it renames the subject, or it describes the subject, not describes it, but it is renaming the subject. It's equaling man. Friend and man are the same person. So friend is a PN, predicate nominative. All right. Eric, what's the verb on number 3?
The verb is exciting and inspiring.
Okay, how do you exciting something and how do you inspiring something?
Wait a minute.
What do you think, Brianna?
Was.
Yeah, it was. Remember an exercise like this, Eric? If it was excited, like a past tense verb, that would be one thing. Was exciting, was inspiring. If it was doing that to something, that would be different. But in this case, because it's a linking verb here, and so linking. So who or what was? Juliana.
Missionaries.
Ah! What is about missionaries then? Yes. Go ahead. Who or what was?
Book.
Yes, book, because about the missionaries is a prepositional phrase. So they're going to throw those at you guys a lot in this test. So you want to make sure that you are understanding where your prepositional phrases are. I'll let you use your preposition cards as well. Or if you want to take a picture of page 247 and use that with your phone, that's fine. With the other page, you can use it for pictures for it. Number 4. Oh, wait a minute, we haven't finished number 3. So book was, and so we're talking about a book. It's either renaming it as a predicate nominative or describing it as a predicate adjective. Katie, what do you think? Katie, I don't know what you were working on or what you were doing, but if you wouldn't mind kind of sticking with what we're doing here. So we're on number 3. Book is a subject and verb. And then we're trying to find out, since that's a linking verb, whether we have predicate nominative or predicate adjective anywhere.
Exciting.
Couldn't hear you. Exciting? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say that was then? Does that rename the subject or describe it?
It describes it.
Okay. Any other ones anybody sees?
Inspiring.
Yeah, inspiring, both of those. So you'd have 2 predicate adjectives there describing the subject. So both of those should be underlined and describe the subject. All right, for number 4, Eric. Subject and verb, Eric.
Subject is dad and verb is gave.
Okay, so what kind of an action verb is that? I meant to ask what kind of verb is it? It's an action verb. Okay, so that means we can find at least a DO possibly, and maybe a DO and an IO. So what do you think Dad gave? What did he give? Say that again, because Juliana sneezed. Sorry.
Advice.
He gave advice. Okay. Now you have to ask the question: gave the advice to whom, or for whom, or to what, or for what?
Me is the indirect object.
Very good. You got it. Me is indirect object. Advice is the direct object. So go ahead and write those down. One more, and now I'll give you one for each of you guys. Andre, subject and verb on number 5.
I is the subject, bought is the verb.
Okay. So what kind of verb is it?
Action.
Okay. And what do we have
Uh,
after?
Direct object, which is watch.
Very good. It is watch. Yes. So direct object is watch. I bought watch. All right. So let's see. Juliana, do number 6. Eric, number 7. Brianna, number 8. Katie, number 9. And Andre, number 10. Are you coming there, Juliana? You ready? Okay. All right. Go ahead. What do you have for number 6?
I put showers and breezes are subjects and are is the verb.
Okay.
And invigorating is the direct object.
No, because are is not an action verb, so it can't be a direct object. So are is a linking verb, so it only links to predicate nominatives and predicate adjectives, which means it would rename the subject
Oh,
or describe
at
it.
first I put predicate nominative, and then I changed it to direct
But
nominative.
it wouldn't be a predicate nominative because an invigorating is not a thing. It's actually an adjective describing. Invigorating means it livens you up. It's like if you're really tired and then you go outside and you step out into cool, fresh air in the morning, and that kind of wakes you up. That's what invigorating means. And so in this particular case, invigorating would be a predicate adjective. So it's describing showers and breezes is what it would be describing. Invigorating showers, invigorating breezes. All right, Eric, number 7.
Is the verb, he is the subject, and tallest is the predicate adjective.
Nope, actually the word tallest is describing the word boy. So you come up with something different?
Oh,
Anybody help him? So you either have, because it's a linking verb, you either have a predicate, adjective, predicate, nominative. So look for a predicate nominative, something that would be the same thing as the subject. E.
Boy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, boy would be a predicate nominative, and so that would be the actual thing. So you're on the right track though. So you should be able to hopefully translate that well on the test. Number 8, Brianna.
Mom and sister are the subjects, and are is the verb. Best friends. Friends is PN. Best friends.
Right. Yeah, friends is PN, and best would just be a both my and best would actually be adjectives describing friends. All right, number 9, Katie.
Teacher is the subject, handed is the verb, and us is a direct object.
Okay, say that again. I couldn't hear you. It's a little quiet. What'd you say us was?
Direct object.
Okay. So the teacher actually grabbed those people and handed them away.
No,
So what did the teacher hand out?
assignments.
Right, and then so that would be the direct object, and then to whom or for whom?
Us.
Yeah, us would be the indirect object. So, all right, and then last but not least, Andre.
Sandwiches is the subject, tasted is the verb, and delicious is predicate adjective.
Very good, you got it. Tasted there is not an action verb, it is a linking verb. Okay, on using adjectives on the bottom, it says draw a circle around each adjective phrase. And so let's see. We'll go in the same order. Juliana, number 1, number 2 for Eric, number 3 for Brianna, number 4 for Katie, and number 5 for Andre. So just go ahead and circle your adjective phrase, in other words, prepositional phrase, and then you're going to point to the noun it modifies.
Which one is mine?
2. All right, everybody ready right now? Ready, Yuri? I mean, Yuri. Juliana? I called you Yuri because the name tag is Yuri right now. You know you can change that. You know that, right? Juliana? You know you can change that name there, can't you? You know that?
What?
If you go into your little picture and you see, if you put your mouse over top of your picture, and you see the little 3 dots, and it says rename. You can actually change it if you wanted to. You don't have to, you just could. Anyway, so what do you get for number 1?
I circled is our house.
Say that again.
I circled is our house.
Okay, except that is not a preposition. Is a verb. So that's
Our
not a
house then?
phrase. Our house is not a prepositional phrase. Our is not a preposition either. I think it would be wise for you to take to get a copy of your preposition card.
I do.
You have it with you right there.
That.
What do you have for the what do you have for the for a preposition that's in that sentence?
Me?
Well, we're still on number 1, yeah, because we haven't gotten it yet. So yes, you.
Oh, on the corner.
There you go, on the corner. And what is on the corner modifying?
Mine.
Understanding the rule that adjective phrases usually come right after the noun that they modify. There's only one noun there. Juliana?
I'm thinking, because
What was that?
Guys, I'm thinking.
229. So let's see. It could be Alina, Yuri, Nathan, Angelica. Well, pretty much everybody except for Ella. That's the
and
fifth grade
Yuri.
class from earlier.
Ella
Hold on.
and-
I was watching.
Everybody except for David and Tejas.
I think I was
David,
converting
Tejas,
the
and
earlier
Elizabeth
one
are
and
the
it
ones that
started.
turned theirs in. So if that's not you, that looks like your handwriting possibly.
I don't know why it started playing like that. Yes.
Um,
Oh, I see it now. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
The third one I think was mine.
Did you? I think I recorded your art. Hold on. Okay. I have.
Hold on.
Yeah, I have yours, Elijah.
I'm trying to get it to delete and it won't delete.
It should be your microphone's off again. It should be returned in your papers today. You go through your papers yet? So check there. I think you'll find it's in there already.
Okay.
It won't let me stop this
Alright.
thing. Hold on.
So anyway, we got that. Got this one. That could be. Let's see. Read it again. 165.
Unbelievable.
That could be Yuri, Angelica, Lazar. Oh no, Yuri, Angelica, Elijah, and Ella. Yuri, Angelica, Elijah, and Ella. That's more than three that you'd be able to recognize. Anybody claim it?
There you go.
165, 166. Yes, Elijah. Elijah, I heard you first. Go ahead.
It might be mine.
Well, it might be, but I have no idea. I don't know whether it's your handwriting or not.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
I can't really see the handwriting.
Is it just not clear enough for you?
Yes.
I think you must be using a phone.
Yes.
Maybe that's why it is. What I can do is I can send pictures out later, like I did before, of just to the people who they could be. There's another. Oh, that's that one that we had before.
I don't know why it's not letting me get to it.
So,
Oh, finally, hold on.
Send it so you can see the team numbers and I know who's this. And then there's
This will not stop.
Quizzes that have no names on them. Other one that has no name on it. Anyway, we'll get to that later. Let's go ahead and get your language out. Oh, you guys need to make sure that you are checking.
It's not even showing that it's even there. So that I can
Check
stop
make
it.
Sure you put names on your papers when you turn them in. And Alina, Estelle, and who else is it? You two in particular. Tear off the little edges in the paper, please. I did give you a note. You see that note the last time? Okay. Make sure you tear the edges, and then everybody's supposed to be using college rule. Nobody's supposed to be using slide rule. And I asked everybody when they came to pick their stuff if they had college rule paper, and is there anybody that does not have college rule paper?
I can't get to it to stop it, guys.
Your brother doesn't have any? Seriously, Samuel doesn't have any college rule paper. Have you even asked him?
He asked me for some, but I told him that I don't have it.
Why don't you have any? You took all your stuff home with you? Did you lose it? Did your little brother make paper airplanes out of it?
No.
So you never had any in the first place?
Juliana knows what that's like,
I had
right?
a little.
Little, okay. I can send you.
Why are you watching it?
What about you, Giselle?
I cannot get this thing to stop. Hold on, guys.
Like, you-
I can't even, it won't even come up on my screen.
You don't have any.
maybe turn off the Wi-Fi also, and then turn back up.
You don't have
Well,
any.
if I turn off the Wi-Fi, you guys will be gone too. It has no, it's not, it has nothing to do with the Wi-Fi.
Hey, stop.
It's just the recording that I made earlier. But it won't stop, and I can't even see it on my
Did you go to
task
Zoom on
manager.
your?
I'm trying to get to it to turn off. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Hold on. There we go. Okay.
Oh, you're late, Parker. Gotcha. comma. Gotcha.
All right, let me
All
end
right.
it.
So anyway,
Finally. I've never seen that happen before. All right, so let's get back to what we were doing. All right. I forgot where we were. All right, so we're on number 2. All right, Eric. Where'd he go?
One.
Oh, you're still on number 1? You haven't finished yet? Go ahead. So what is on the corner modifying?
The wait, what? The corner house is a house.
The first house. It's modifying the first house. Remember I said it comes, the adjective phrases come right after the noun they modify. So which house? The house on the corner. If you wanted to put it in front, the on the corner house. Of course, that's not the way we speak English. So, all right. Well, anybody want to try the second one since Eric's not here right now? Go ahead, Andre.
On his elm tree is the prepositional phrase, and it's modifying branches.
Very good. Okay, go ahead and do the third one since that was yours anyway.
Mine?
That was mine.
That was
Oh,
her.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brianna.
Last one.
That's right. You're number.
With gravy modifies potatoes.
Yeah, with gravy modifying potatoes. Number 4, I guess, was you, Katie, then, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The adjective phrase was beside Mrs. Taylor, and it is modifying boy.
Very good. Okay. Andre.
So number 5, in their garage is the prepositional adjective phrase, and car is the thing that is modifying.
Very good. Okay. All right. Now let's look at number 6. Number 6 says history is one of my favorite classes. The most common prepositions are on, in, at, to, of.
Oh.
And of course, you have a few others here, but those are the more common ones. It usually has to do with how something is in relationship to another, like under the house, over the house, beside the house, inside the house, outside the house, all those different possibilities of where something can be in relation to the house. So the bird above the house, the bird below the house, the bird beside the house, the bird in the house, the bird, whatever it is that in relationship to where the house is located. And so the bird on the house, the bird above the house, of the house, for the house, about the house, any of those type of things could work. So if you kind of remember that, that'll help you. So on the history is one of my favorite classes. Here comes Eric. Hey, Pasta, what happened, Eric?
My computer uncharged really fast for some reason.
So we already did yours, but if you want to go ahead and do it anyway, number 2, what you had.
Let me get my library.
You put your book away already? That was fast.
Yeah.
Like, yes, my computer went out. Woohoo!
No, it's just because it was taking much space on my computer pad, so I just put it away.
Gotcha. So for number 2 on 219.
I'm getting there. 219 on his elm tree is describing branches.
Very good, you got it. Get it. All right, so then number 6 is what this is what we're gonna do then. All right, we'll go the same order. Juliana, you're gonna do number 6, number 7 for Eric, number 8 for for Brianna, number 9 for Katie, and number 10 for Andre. So go ahead and do those, same thing. Then diagram it.
The whole sentence?
Yeah, you're gonna diagram the whole sentence.
Wait, do we diagram that?
After you what's that?
Do we diagram the- Like, I'm doing number 6, so I diagram.
Yeah, you're doing number 6. Do the adjective phrase first, and then gonna go ahead and diagram it. The adjective phrase, what it's modifying.
Can I go get a piece of paper?
Yeah, go ahead. Or if you want to use your whiteboard, if you can do that.
The gold card's right here.
I use my
Oh, wait, Mr. Jones,
Yes.
can there be a subject in a prepositional phrase?
Say that again.
Can there be a subject in a prepositional phrase?
Can there be a subject in a prepositional phrase? Yes. Oh, no. No, there cannot be. No. The subject cannot be in the prepositional phrase itself.
I'm so confused right now.
Which number do you have?
10. The first prepositional phrase. There are two of them, were there?
There are two altogether in yours, yeah.
Yeah, but like. Whoa. Um, I'm still thinking, what the heck? This is actually maybe actually.
Mr. Jones,
Yes, ma'am.
I have like you, you, I can see you, and then when I swipe, it says your name too.
Yeah, because I explained that earlier. Remember, I'm on my iPad as well. Maybe I didn't explain to you guys. Because I'm using my iPad, I'll be using that as my whiteboard so that I can easily write when we do the math lesson. Like that. I'm writing down the I'm doing them myself, diagrams. All right, so you about ready with yours yet, Juliana, or no? I'll take that as a no.
Mr. Jones, do we have to put the like for the other ones that like number 6, do we have to do the diagrams? Like, do we have to write it in the book too?
No, no. You don't have to do any of the diagrams in the book. This is just more for practice than anything.
Let's do it for a small brain.
What's that?
This is too late for my small brain.
Yeah, I doubt that very seriously.
Big brain time.
I don't know why I can't figure this one out. What's wrong with this one? I just can't find something. If it can't be in the prepositional phrase.
Who had number 9? That's an easy one.
I had it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that one is a pretty easy one.
of course.
So I'll diagram yours, Andre, and see if I can do it correctly.
Thank you very much.
Doesn't mean you don't have to do it.
Really not that hard. All right. Are you coming there, Jules? You ready? You look like you're peeking over the edge of something. So what do you have? Let me see.
Number 6.
That's what you're doing, right?
I don't have anything.
Wait,
We're doing
do you want me to
that's
say
first.
what
ahead.
or the down one?
So give me the prepositional phrase and what it's modifying.
Oh, of my favorite classes,
Okay, modifying.
history.
How is it modifying history? So history of my favorite classes
Is
is a verb.
yeah.
Don't be afraid. The word one is a pronoun. It can modify a pronoun too.
No.
So I assume your thing would be wrong, but here's what it should look like. See that?
Yeah, it's wrong.
Okay. All right. Who is the second one? Was that you, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
The team is the prepositional phrase and describes members. Yeah, and the diagram.
Okay,
What?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
The diagram is members. On the top have on the other side, and some members of the team is also below members, and not arrived is below have.
Wow. That is so far off from the actual thing. Some is your subject. Have arrived is your verb. The word not is actually an adverb, so I would have given you that one. Not is an adverb, so it's modifying have arrived. Of the team members is a prepositional phrase. That's where you kind of messed yourself up there at the beginning. Of the team members is a prepositional phrase, so it should look like this. The sum of the team members have not arrived. That make sense?
Yeah.
So the have arrived part, remember, have is a verb, but have arrived is a verb as well in that particular case. All right, so third was Brianna. Go ahead.
Above the bookcase is modifying window,
Okay.
and it's the diagram.
All right. You got it. Yep, you got it. That's exactly what I had. So very good. You know, it was hard to figure out at first when I looked at it. I was like, is leaking as in is leaking is a verb? You could almost say that, but I think this one, leaking does describe window, so you'd have to say it's a predicate adjective there. All right. So number 9, that is Katie, right? What is your cat doing?
That looks like a squirrel.
Does it see a bird or something maybe? Oh, your microphone's off. We couldn't hear you. So
So, yeah, he's got oh yeah, he sees it.
Okay. For the prepositional phrase, I put about forgiveness.
Okay.
And it modifies sermon.
Okay.
And so pastor is the subject, preached is the verb, and is under pastor,
Okay,
and
great.
sermon is under preached.
What is under sermon? Okay, the only thing you missed was this. Look, it should be sermon is your direct object. That was the action of preached. So pastor preached sermon,
Oh.
and then about forgiveness goes under sermon. You got to remember. So if you know which prepositional phrase is modifying which noun, it has to go under that noun in order to work in the diagram as well. So that will help you when you do your diagrams. Okay, Andre, tell us how you did it. Let's see if you did it correctly. What'd you get for the subject? Let's just ask for the subject first.
I'm saying it's students, but it's in a prepositional phrase.
Right. So that's not it then.
What is it then?
Well, what do you think? What can it be? Well, what's the verb?
Have chosen.
Who or what have chosen? Take away the prepositional phrase. What do you have left?
Many?
Yeah, it's a pronoun.
Oh.
Many have chosen what?
Books.
Okay, so you got that as your so here's what it should look like, Andre. So many is your subject, have chosen is your verb, book as your direct object. For their book report is a one prepositional phrase, and that goes under books. And this one, many of the students, goes under many because that is what kind of students. So when you notice again, all right, so for the one that Katie did and the one that Andre did kind of brought up a way to help yourself. So pay attention to this, because then I'm going to give you the what you need to know for the test tomorrow. All right, so you have to, in order to do the, whenever you find out what the prepositional phrase and what it's modifying, it has to go under that noun, which means it has to be on that line, okay? So it's either the subject or it's going to be a direct object. Or in this case, there are two different ones. And so like for Andres for number 5. So you have to have it on that line. You can't have it coming down off of something else because it's not an adjective. The things that come down on a line like this, look, everybody look here. Okay, so the things that come down on a line like this are things that modify what's above it. So you can't have, what is it you said, Andre? You said you had, maybe it was, I think for Katie's, you said you had sermon coming off of preached, right? Yet sermon was the one that was being modified by about, what is that word? About forgiveness. And so about forgiveness has to modify sermon. So sermon has to be up on that line there. All right. And so when you guys do that, that's one of the reasons they have you do it, to identify it. And then you know where it is. All right. So let's get your books out and I'll tell you what. All right, so what test is that you have? It's test 8, right? All right.
Yeah.
So test 8, all right, the first part is about finding adjectives. It's very similar to the one on 212, 213, think A. 212, 213, think A. All right, number part 2 is going to be comparing adjectives. So it's your comparative adjectives, and so it's like 209C.
What page is that?
209C. Okay, the third part is on complements, and that one is going to be like page 219, like we just did. On that top part there, the spotting complements. That one's worth 18 points. The first section is worth 18 points. So everything about adjectives, well, and that part is complements as well. Then on the back side, your next part is, the fourth part is like 210A. 210A. All right, that one's worth 20 points. So that's going to be where you're going to put the correct pronoun or verb combination. They give you a choice of two things. You got to put the right one. You just got to put the letter in the blank, whatever letter it's supposed to be. And then the last one is, guess what it's on? The last section.
Diagram.
Diagram.
You got it.
Bet.
Like 215 that we did, or that you're supposed to have done. So it's going to be diagramming. It's all kinds of things. It just says diagram sentences. Let's see if that's it. Oh, no, you have a 6th section. Sorry, very back. And that's going to be like page 194A. Kind of thing where you actually have to identify the word as to what part of speech it is. 194A. Brianna almost threw up on that one. Okay, so that's your test. That's the whole thing. Aren't you happy? Now, if you want to take it today, go for it. I don't care. You can do it today or you can do it tomorrow. We won't cover language tomorrow, though, and we'll cover math, though. Well, we have an option here. So pay attention. We have an option. We could, since we don't have language tomorrow, we could go ahead and give you both lessons for math, 124 and 125 today. And then you guys can just do 124 today and do 125 tomorrow, and then we don't have a meeting tomorrow at all. And then Wednesday you have a test, so we'll do language on Wednesday. You guys want to do that?
Yeah.
Yep.
You rather do that?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get your math lesson out then. You guys, look on page 430 really quickly. I want to show you something. I had gotten this special die over the break, over the, what do you call it, the spring break. This right here is a 20-sided die.
Wow.
And of course, we had 20 students at the time. So I was going to use it for some special thing like, okay, somebody gets time, I'll roll the die. And then whoever was number 16 would get the time. I wouldn't do that. But it's you can have all kinds of different shapes of dies like that. But that's what they're called down here, the platonic solids. And so those platonic solids, you can see the different types that they have. And they do have names for them. The tetrahedron is like a 3-sided pyramid. That's called a tetrahedron. Oh, Eric, let's see. You have a question, Andre?
No, I'm just asking. Do you like my new name? Yeah.
Oh, Epic Juice? Sure. I'm telling you, the picture, man, it's hard to tell whether it's you or SpongeBob. All right, anyway, an octahedron, of course, would have 8 sides. A dodecahedron would have 12 sides. You can see 5 there, 6 on the top, and then 6 on the bottom. Icosahedron would be a 20-sided. That's what mine is called, icosahedron. So that would be a pretty cool thing to have. All right, let's look at then over to our lesson, which is lesson number 124, estimating area. I'm not a big fan of this type of thing. The reason being, I don't think it's helpful. I mean, I guess in a certain respect, it can be helpful if you already understand certain things. But if you know the formula for doing, if you just know the formula for the area of a circle, it's so much easier just to use the formula. So I'm just gonna.
I know it. My sister taught me.
What's that?
My sister taught me.
Okay, one more time. I still didn't.
My sister taught me the formula. I think it's the right one, maybe.
She called you
I
the
hope it-
4-year-old?
No.
Let me see what you're writing. I'm gonna see if it's right.
Oh, the formula. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So the area of a circle is equal to,
Pi times radius squared.
you got it,
Yeah, I knew
pi
it.
r square. Okay. Pi r square is the, of course, pi, we know what that is. We use 3.14 for it, but that's the relationship, the number that relates from the diameter to the, compared to the outside. And so when they ask you to do radius, for instance, on the example, they ask you to estimate it. Don't estimate it, just go ahead and figure it out with using this formula. So you might want to write this down. It does come up a little bit later here. If you look at lesson number, here it is. It's not very far off. I don't know why they would do it that way, because it just, to me, seems much more difficult than just going ahead and teach it. It's on lesson 130 is the area of a circle, pi r square. And so as far as that goes, so for the first one, it says, the example says the circle is drawn on a grid. Now, whenever you have a grid like that, what you want to use for your measurement is just units. Now,
Units,
since it's area, it's always going to be units squared, okay? And by the way, when I say square units, some of you are forgetting. So for instance, let's say the answer is 36 square inches. If you put the square here, because I'm saying square first, what you're saying is it's 36 times 36, and that would make the answer incorrect. So you want to make it, we still say square inches because we're saying this as one thing, square inches. All right, so it's still, but you got to write it like this. If you write it like this, you're right. If you write it like this, it's wrong because you're saying 36 times 36. Okay? Now, so as far as this one, so in this case, if you count, what is the radius of that circle there, the units?
3.
Yeah,
Units.
it's 3 units. So we're going to take pi. So we have area. Area is equal to pi times 3 squared, 3 units squared. Okay, so what's 3 squared?
9.
9. So we take 3.14 and we multiply by 9.
28.26.
Yeah, so it's going to be 28.26 because you got 2 decimals here. So 28.26 units.
Squared.
Yeah, we'll put the S down here, squared. Okay, units squared. So that's all you need to do. Don't worry about actually estimating. I think it takes more time to estimate than it actually does, because you look at, you have to draw the grid and you have to actually count them. And then the ones that are a little bit more than half, you got to count as a whole, and it's just kind of silly. I think it's kind of a silly thing to do. That one's a pretty easy lesson. Any questions on that? Let me give you a practice on that real quick, and then. All right, let's see. All right, I'm gonna try a different color here. What's down on my board?
Oh my. There's a little arrow on the bottom left.
It's probably Eric. Are you messing around, Eric?
I only drew the little arrow down in this in the left corner, but I didn't draw the big one.
Brianna, it's her birthday. Brianna got a special birthday present in her envelope. Even though, when's your birthday, Brianna? It's like September.
July 21st.
July, okay. So she got a second memory verse quiz. It was the same one twice. So I told her, so when she asked me about it, I said, oh, you have to do it twice. And she says, do I really have to do it twice? I said, yes, it's a birthday present for you. Like, I don't get it. Why is it birthday?
Birthday.
What's that?
Elijah Flamenco's birthday. It was the second
No,
one.
this isn't going to look circular, mainly because it's not circular. Wow, who was that?
Not me.
I hope that was your
So-
chair, not you.
Oh, okay.
All right, so there's your circle. Tell me what the area is of that circle. Big earthquake here in the school. That's why it looks so bad. Juliana, look at your face. Like, what? Just count the units for the radius.
Watch your fan. Wait. You don't.
Yeah. Oh, that is correct.
I'll speak.
The area?
Yeah, you're just finding the area.
How much units is it? It is, or
Yeah, the area of that in units. I know it looks like a squished egg, but that is incorrect, Juliana. So you have to do 3.14 times radius squared. That's your area. I'll put that down here so that you guys remember. I/R square. Mr. Jones, I've never had a square pie before. I've only had round ones.
I have.
Who asked you?
Nobody.
Not quite, Eric. You've got to do the 3.14, not just 3 times the radius. I didn't see that, Brianna. What did you put? Okay, I see that. That's incorrect.
Me?
You're off a little bit.
for me,
I'm
Yeah,
smart.
Brianna, you're off a little bit. Whoa.
Okay,
What did you multiply 3.14 times, Juliana?
11.
11. Why 11?
Oh, I know what I did wrong. Oh,
Well, I do too. I just don't know why you did it. But what was it you did?
I didn't count the ones.
No, don't count the squares. Only the radius of the circle.
Yeah.
So what is your radius?
What?
Huh?
What did you say?
What is the radius of that circle? I mean, that supposed circle. Now you got it. Now you got it, Brianna. Good job. Oh, who's the yellow? Is that you, Katie?
yeah.
Did you multiply times the radius squared? I think it,
Oh,
yeah, we
But I
got.
see what she can do. She can multiply by 2.
Yeah, what she did was she multiplied it for the circumference. That's the circumference formula. Is pi.
Right now she can multiply by 2.
That wouldn't be the circumference formula, actually.
Oh yeah, she can. She can just multiply that by 2. And it will equal up to the. Here.
So Eric, you're doing the right work there.
I already realized it. I did it.
No, you were
It's
doing
not
it.
right.
Oh,
What?
you got it. Yeah, you got it. Keep going.
Oh. She just did a little mistake. I can tell already.
Yeah, you check your math on that, Katie. You're very close, but I think you messed up on that second number from the right. And Eric, aren't you missing a couple things? Like that, Eric?
Yeah, I just put that. I was right there.
I just
Put
did that.
up. No, the blue one.
Oh, I don't see a blue one. I just see a red one.
Top right.
I'll make it a blue one. There you go. All right, and then what else are you missing, Eric?
Is that correct?
That is correct. But what's the measurement that's supposed to
Oh, wait, Mr. Jones. Wait, it's
Hold on.
Did you know that you can zoom in on the board?
Say that again.
Did you know that you can zoom in on the board?
You did a poopy on the board? What?
Did you know that you can zoom in on the board?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
If you double tap, I think it's also on there.
Mr. Jones, can I just write this? Because it's hard for it.
Yeah, that's fine. Just do a U for it instead.
Yeah, I already wrote a U and
Okay. And then what about you, Juliana? You gotten there yet?
United Nations.
No, I saw the correct answer from other people, but I don't want to write it because I don't understand how they did it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll show you real quick. So let me show you. All right, so I'll clear all this right now. You know that the radius is 2, right? Okay, so area is equal to pi, which is what? What do you use for pi?
3,004.
Yeah, all right, so we'll take that and then times radius squared. So the radius is what?
2.
Okay, so what's 2 squared?
4.
Okay, so 4. So 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 5. 4 times 3 is 12. Put the decimal right there.
Oh,
So what did you do wrong?
I don't know. I
Okay,
really don't.
but you get it now?
Yeah, I get it now.
Okay, all right. So let's go to lesson 25 really quickly. It's about using a protractor.
125. Oh. I corrected Mr.
I like
Jones.
protractor.
I corrected Mr. Jones. I'm smart.
What's that?
I corrected Mr. Jones. I'm smart.
Yes, Kate, what'd you say?
I don't have a protractor because it's in my pencil box and that's still in my locker.
You won't need it because for right now you won't.
I found one. Yay.
Actually, you will need one, yeah.
I have one right here. Let me try getting it.
Let me double check. I just want to see. Yeah, you are supposed to. You don't have any. How about Nikki? Does he have one?
No.
You positive?
Yeah.
He
My
doesn't know.
mom only got one.
You can always go back and do it, I guess. I know that in the future, they don't have very many where you actually have to use a protractor to do it. You just use their protractor to tell what the angles are. So like if you look on the lesson on number 27, it shows a protractor there, and it's giving you the measurement, what you have to measure. Okay, so let me show you how it works though. All right. So basically, my face here. So a protractor, it works on the basis of a flat line. And remember when we were measuring angles before, if we were measuring from here all the way to here, how many degrees is it?
180.
180. So, and you can see that on the protractor. In fact, go to page, well, no, you can have it there right where the practice is. Or the very first page, either one. They show you that no matter which direction you go from, it ends up being 180 degrees both ways, okay? So you have 180 degrees going from the right side. From this side, you'd have 180 degrees from here, starting at 0, and they have it on the inside one is 0. And then going all the way around here, it ends up being 180 at the end. And then this one, it starts 0 here, then it goes all the way over to 180 degrees here. And so it just depends on where you start from with the angle as to which one you're going to use. And so on this side, so if everything is centered at this point, that center point is where you start. And so you have to get one of the lines of the angles, you have to lay it on that line flat, okay? Then the other line, wherever it's pointing and wherever it crosses, so in this case, let's say this is where 60 degrees is. So this angle then that we're measuring is 60 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If I went all the way over here and I went another 60 degrees, from here to here would be
120.
120. Okay? And so you're measuring according to where those lines are. So if you look on that very first page, 609, so you see angle POB. What would that measurement be? First of all, which edge would you use, the inside or outside edge?
Outside.
Yeah, use the outside because you use the one where you're starting with 0. So since we're doing POB, we start where the P is, and then we
130
measure all the way over. So what is the measurement of POB?
135. 135 degrees.
Yeah, it's 135. So you can see it goes all the way around. It comes all the way from this direction all the way to where 135 is, where it crosses where the 135 mark is. Okay. All right, and then we have, then you have the other one. Let's say it's BOA. B as in Bravo, OA. What would that measurement be?
BOA.
Yeah.
180.
No.
No.
BOA. So you start where the A is at.
Oh, BOA. Never mind. That one is.
45 degrees.
Yeah, it's going to be 45 degrees coming from the other direction.
I thought I heard a POA, not BOA.
Oh no, it's POA would be 180. You're correct. That would be 100. Well, did you say 135 though?
On what?
When you thought I said POA?
No, when you said POA, but then I was like, oh, that doesn't make sense. So I thought POB, so I did the.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So if you do POA, which is the straight line, what is the measurement for that one, Katie?
Sort of angle it is.
You have to get a little closer. I think you're far away. It's skipping. So POA on page 609 would be what measurement?
It would just be a straight line.
I can't understand what you're saying still.
It would be just a straight line. It would be
Yes, and so what's the measurement of a straight line?
0.
Nope, it would actually be 180. It would be like going from the beginning all the way to the other side. So it'd be 180 degrees. So, all right. So look at, well, let's go ahead and, I don't know if I can really give you one very well on this. I'm not going to worry about it. Does anybody have any questions about how it works? Juliana, are you good? Do you understand how it works? Okay. And then Katie, you're good?
Mm-hmm.
And then Eric, you're okay? Okay, and then Brianna, you're good on it? And then Andre, sounds like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
All right, so we won't meet tomorrow. You guys have both lessons. We'll just do language on Wednesday. Take your test today, tomorrow, whenever you want to take it for language. And then we'll be good to go. All right, any questions? Anything else?
No.
All right, so that's it. See you guys on Wednesday then.
Bye.
All right, bye.